Howdy folks, I'm an outrageously orange octopus, occupying odoriferous ochre oceanic outbacks.
I'm Amber.
And here's some more oceanic outbacks that just happen to be colored ochre for us to explore and occupy. Alright folks, our first letter on this Saturday morning is titled, Am I a Jerk for Going to My Friend's IUD Appointment Against My Husband's Wishes? So my best friend got an IUD in the past week, and unfortunately, because her boyfriend was traveling for work, he couldn't be there. So she asked me to come with her, partly to drive her after, partly to hold her hand, and to make sure that she didn't freak out while they did their thing. I was happy to do that, but my husband was not. He said that it was inappropriate to go to any medical procedure with a friend, especially one that's related to reproductive health. He wouldn't give me any reason beyond, it's just weird, and asked me not to go in the room with her. I very politely told him to get bent. She's my friend, and I'm going to help her out like friends do. Anyways, the appointment went well, even if she did almost squeeze my hand off. My husband has mostly dropped the issue, but still insists that it was weird of me to do that with her. I just see it as a friend helping a friend, and I don't understand what his issue is with it. But maybe this is some boundary issue that I crossed without realizing it. Alright folks, what do you think? Jerk or not the jerk?
Not the jerk. Your husband's hang up on this seems very strange. Like, first of all, it is totally normal to go with people to support them through health care procedures.
Yeah.
And secondly, there is nothing inherently sexual about this procedure. Yeah, it involves reproductive body parts, but like, it's not like you were sitting there staring into her vagina the entire time or something. It's a clinical procedure. You were just there to hold her hand.
Yeah, I mean, I think there wasn't anything that was untoward. There wasn't anything that was like a giant red flag or anything like that. I don't know. I don't understand what his discomfort with this is, because OP was there supporting a friend, and oftentimes people will come and support people during medical procedures if they can. So a lot of the times you're not like in the same room as them unless it's something like pregnancy, but people will go and visit you at the hospital and they'll support you and whatnot.
Well, and from what I've heard, it is pretty common for people to have someone there with them for IUD insertions because they can be excruciatingly painful. People are advised not to drive afterward.
So let me know what you folks think. Anyhow, take care and good luck. And Novel Alternative 86 says, Not the jerk, you're a good friend. Healthcare is not adult intimate time, and your husband is an insecure baby. And Soranus71 says, probably someone who won't pick up tampons for his wife while in the store because tampons are gross. And Sincerely Cynical says, I once had to ask my husband about which tampons to get for our teenage daughter. I've never had to wear anything, and he has bought them for her more than I have. Well, that's actually really nice.
Yeah, wholesome dad.
And EMR 830 says, Not the jerk. Not sure why on earth that's inappropriate. Your husband is the weird one here. As someone who has had an IUD, there's nothing sexual about the procedure. Just trust me. Ouch. And Mitten Knittin says, Right, I didn't need anyone in the room for support, but that procedure was the furthest thing away from sexy. Alright folks, our next letter is titled, Am I a jerk for making my wife keep track of everything she had to do on our vacation? My wife loves to complain. She just loves it. I took her to Jamaica and she complained about the sun and sand. I let her completely plan out our next vacation and she complained about having to do all the planning. Then she complained that London was too crowded and expensive. We took our kids to Disney World and we rented a condo with a kitchen and laundry room. She insisted on doing all of the cooking and even went to Publix to buy laundry stuff and do laundry. Then she complained about having to cook and do the laundry on vacation. So this time around, I asked her a place that she might want to go. She chose the Canadian National Park. I made sure that our hotel had a free breakfast, and I budgeted for lunches, snacks, and suppers. Our hotel had a laundry service, but no facilities. I then told her that I wanted her to write down every day everything that she did. I told her that the kids and I would be doing the same. So we spent a week in Banff at a very nice hotel. We hiked and we biked, and there are some great meals. Our kids made sure that they picked up after themselves, and on our last night, I sent all of our dirty clothes out for cleaning. We had her sister over to the house yesterday, and she was telling her all about the trip and how hard she had to work to make sure that we all had a good time. I asked her what she had done on the trip, and she didn't cook, that she didn't clean, that she didn't do laundry, plan the days, or anything else. Literally, all she did was wake up, eat, spend the day doing fun stuff, spending time in the pool, hot tub, and drinking. She said that I didn't understand all of the things that she actually did, so I asked her to say exactly what she did. She couldn't even say exactly what she did. Then she called me a jerk for trying to make her look like a whiner in front of her sister. Am I the jerk? Alright folks, what do you think? Jerk or not the jerk?
I'm going to tentatively say mostly not the jerk. Now, I did check some things in the comments. The kids are adults, so there isn't any like kid wrangling tasks or anything like that. And it also, if his account is correct, it doesn't sound like the wife had to do anything beyond packing her own luggage and like booking their plane tickets or passports or something. So it does sound like she had a relatively low workload. And while this does seem maybe like a little bit petty of a way to handle it, I also understand the frustration if your partner is constantly doing something that makes you look bad.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I've had to do all the things on this trip when OP has gone out of his way to do a lot of it himself, and the kids have done a lot themselves too.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like OP's really trying to accommodate his wife, but it also seems like he's being kind of dismissive of her as well, and so I'm not sure. I think that there's definitely needs to be like marriage counseling in this, even potentially individual counseling here, because it seems like she's just fundamentally unhappy about something, and maybe there needs to be a investigation into what that is.
Yeah, and I mean, there are some people who just really like complaining and really like to project this image that they are shouldering this great burden when realistically they're not. But there also could be reasons why she feels like she is shouldering a burden, some invisible obstacles, or just like she's built it up in her head this way. She's so used to this that it's, you know, kind of become her.
Yeah, it may have been that for a long time she was shouldering everything, and it's just kind of become like a norm for her, and so she doesn't really know how to relax when it comes time to be relaxing, and so she just can't shake the feeling that she's doing stuff. It could be any number of things, or even a combination of things here, right? So I think that they really just need to get into couples therapy, because they're not working together as a team. They're kind of acting adversarial here, and this just does not seem like a good or healthy relationship.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
So let me know what you folks think. So anyhow, take care and good luck. And Know Anything 4440 says, this could really go either way. Info, OP, did you plan the fun stuff for her and the kids? Or did she do that? Did you help get the kids showered, changed, etc. after all of the fun that you had or she did? What about finding places to eat or picking up food? What about bedtimes? Did you stay in the hot tub while she tended to them? Or did you share the burden equally? And OP replies, I have not changed either child in 15 years. And OP also adds on to that, not since they were out of diapers. It would seem weird. And Crazy But Not Lazy 1983 says, just wondering, who helps the kids get dressed and bathed? Who packed to go on the trip and on the way home? Who mediated the kids when they were not getting along? And OP replies, my high school senior changes and bathes himself. His sister has for a long time too. Alright folks, and up next we have an update. Update, will I be a jerk if I go on vacation instead of my brother's wedding? And this one was the one where she had to buy like the $800 dress. OP has put a lot of time and effort into this, and they were uninvited, and they were trying to figure out if they should just go to Miami with a friend instead. So let's get into this. Update. So unfortunately, since Reddit is awful at keeping secrets, Becky saw the post on TikTok, so she obviously let the cat out of the bag. My whole family is split on what I should do, but after a heated argument, it was mutually agreed that I will not be attending the wedding. My brother and future sister-in-law cannot seem to comprehend that this is not about the dress, but how they treated me. For those wondering what our parents have to say, our mother says, if you're gonna be a jerk, don't be upset when somebody's a jerk back. And my dad says, nothing, because he's long dead. My brother and future sister-in-law think that I'm the jerk, but by the way that my mom paid for the hotel for my trip, I think it's safe to assume whose side that she really is on. I appreciate all of the love and support that I got. I will have an amazing time in Miami and won't feel the slightest bit guilty thanks to the overwhelmingly positive response that I got here. Thank you all. All right, folks, what do you think of that update?
That's a good update. I'm glad that you're going to be having fun in Miami instead. I'm glad your mom is on your side. And hopefully your brother and future sister-in-law can eventually see the error in their ways.
Yeah, I mean, Miami sounds like it's going to be a lot better of a time than being an assistant flower girl. Can you imagine that? I still don't understand what was going through their minds when they suggested that instead of being a bridesmaid, she should be an assistant flower girl.
Right, I'm assuming the actual flower girl is like maybe 6 years old, so like being a full-grown adult to like a assistant to a 6-year-old.
Yeah. You know, if I were OP, I might have gone to the wedding out of spite and been the best flower girl ever.
Assistant flower girl.
Assistant flower girl ever. We would have thrown so many flowers all the time. Just like pick up the petals and throw them again. We'll do this right. You want more flowers? I'll walk up to them while they're reading their vows and throw more flowers. That's how I would have handled being assistant flower girl. Let me know what you folks think and how you would have handled being assistant flower girl. Anyhow, take care and good luck and enjoy Miami, OP. And InGen, Nate Kenny says, were the names and ages not fake in the original post? If so, ouch. And OP replies, I used fake names, but I guess me talking about $800 dress and getting booted from a wedding was oddly specific enough. And Hella Shelley says, excellent update. Your bro and future sister-in-law are some real unself-aware people. Clueless jerks. Stay safe and have fun on your trip. Alright folks, and our last letter is another update, and it's titled, Update, Am I the Jerk for Not Wanting to Live with My Brother-in-Law Anymore? I am very appreciative of everyone who commented on my last post and gave me encouragement. I won't be able to respond to everything, but I appreciate it. I wasn't able to resolve this issue with my husband, and I have moved out. I'm trying to come to terms with the fact that this is the end of my marriage. My mother-in-law was on my side and talked to my husband about the situation. But he got more annoyed with me because he saw this as me creating more drama between mother-in-law and father-in-law and causing old grievances to rise. I showed him the Reddit post that I made and the comments, and he accused me of presenting things in a lurid manner to get people on my side. He didn't even read all of the discussions, he just got enraged and closed the tab. Mother-in-law also talked to father-in-law, who came down on brother-in-law about his behavior. Father-in-law told brother-in-law to leave our house and move back in with him. Brother-in-law refused, saying that he wants to stay with my husband. My husband came up with a solution that brother-in-law was to stay in his room and I should stay in my bedroom, lock the door, and not get out until he got home from work. That is such a great solution. This made me even more mad, and I had packed a bag and my documents thinking of leaving anyways. Father-in-law talked to me and said that he doesn't like that we aren't getting along, and brother-in-law will no longer stay with us. But the next day, brother-in-law came into the house with a group of his friends. I simply grabbed my laptop and I left. I am so grateful to the people who had suggested to be packed and ready to go. I already had everything in my car and could leave with what I needed immediately. I'm staying with mother-in-law right now, and she is flabbergasted by my husband, who's told her that he'll never ask a close family member to leave his house. It's clear. Yeah, I know.
Apparently, a wife is not a close family member.
Well, he didn't ask her to leave, though.
Okay, but put her in a dangerous situation.
He made sure that the door's locked. It's clear that my husband doesn't even like me, much less care about me at all. He hasn't spoken to me since I've left. I'm trying to figure out what I should do next, and I obviously can't stay with mother-in-law for long, especially since I need to start the divorce process. I could move back in with my dad, but he lives in another state, and that'll make things hard. I don't have any savings and I'm short on money. The majority of my paycheck goes into half of the mortgage and utilities on our house. We have a combined joint account, and I have been foolishly spending a lot on decorating the house instead of saving up, and I suppose that's all gone now. I need to figure out my money situation so I can support myself. Alright folks, what do you think about this situation?
I'm really sorry that this happened to you, OP. It's not good. I'm glad you're getting out of the situation. It was not a healthy situation for you. It sounds like it was legitimately dangerous. And I know things are really hard right now. And so I wish you all the best of luck in getting the money situation squared away. But it sounds like your husband is not a good person, and I'm glad you're not stuck in that situation anymore.
Yeah, I don't think that OP is going to have a money problem once they sell the house. So let's put it that way.
Well, that's the thing, is you're legally married. So
Yeah.
when the divorce goes through, unless you have a prenup that distributes things badly, you should be entitled to marital assets.
Yeah, I think that it's going to be a little tough for now for OP, but hopefully it's a quick, speedy divorce process, that the assets are divided fairly, and that OP can actually get a good chunk out of the house when they sell it. And hopefully they can sell it for not at a loss, and that would be really nice. Or she can offer to have the husband buy out her half if he wants to continue living there. And I think that this is just a really unfortunate situation for OP, and it kind of goes to show that you should really always have some emergency money set aside just in case. Like, you never know what's going to happen in relationships, and it's good to be able to be in a position that you can take care of yourself. So it's really unfortunate that OP doesn't have that, but it's good that her mother-in-law is able to work with her and isn't like kicking her out to the street or anything like that.
Yeah, well, it seems like everyone in this situation except for the husband and brother can see what's wrong with this.
Yeah. And it's just really terrible. It really is terrible. So let me know what you folks think. Anyhow, take care and good luck, OP. And Loud Grapefruit 5333 says, thanks for the update. I'm glad that you didn't let the situation go on any longer, and that you had the courage to get out of the marriage when you realized that you had a husband problem. You're young, and you have a new and better beginning ahead of you. I like your parents-in-law. How did they raise such a terrible son? And OP replies, mother-in-law has been amazing, but she didn't raise brother-in-law. That's father-in-law's son from his second marriage. And father-in-law, well, I think it's good that he told brother-in-law to leave, but he was dismissive of the issue itself, acting like it was a bit of a spat between us.
That's unfortunate.
Gross.
Bad dudes in this one.
All right, folks, it is tea time. Grab your beverages of choice. I've got some tea right here, and Amber, she's got a joke.
What was the cephalopod baker's specialty?
What was the cephalod's favorite dish that they cooked? Well, I can tell you. It was fresh fish. There's nothing like sushi for a cephalopod.
Octopies.
Oh, octopies. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. They were probably made of fish. And I have Earl Grey. All right, folks, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for watching. Happy Saturday. I hope it's spectacular for you and special for you. Amber, we need some kind of moral advice and or guidance, and please have it in the form of a postcard that you might see on vacation.
Why be an assistant flower girl when you can go to Miami?
Haha, I like it. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you all tomorrow.
Bye.